Hello everyone, my name is Ben and I'm joined by Steve to bring you coverage of round 1 of the BCS Philadelphia 25-26 Weiß Schwarz Regional Qualifier. This round, we have Elysion playing the Rascal Design Dream Series versus Will playing NIKKE. Steve, tip us off, what is Elysion trying to do here with Bunny Girl Senpai, as it's more colloquially called?
So a lot of this game feels like it's going to hinge on who can control the board in the mid game. A lot of times you see the Bunny Girl Senpai deck produce tricky amounts of power due to the support and the Brainstorm providing power boosts whenever you trigger the comeback trigger. So we'll see how that transitions in this game and who can, whether the NIKKE deck can hold on to the board.
Yeah, and so right now we have a pretty straightforward discard. We will... Oh, I think actually... this is round 1. So they've done the mulligan, and they're doing the player announcements. Perhaps.
Well...
So here... Do you know the foil art? Is that the level 1 my combo, or is that the level 3?
Looks like the 3.
Looks like the 3. You can't recognize? You didn't play the foil?
No.
No triple rares for you, Steven?
No. Looks like we've got the Futaba for the stock charging in the waiting room, along with some higher level pieces that you just wouldn't want to hold early.
You know, I'm curious about that. You know, while we have this lovely time given to us by player announcements, talk to me about discarding the Futaba 3K in opening hand.
It's kind of a tip-off, I would say, that you feel your opening position is pretty good. So if we're talking...
From one card? I mean, discard 4, including the stock, the vanilla Futaba here. I'm guessing
that means that their remaining hand card that they kept is a 0. And they are... I didn't see who won the go first, go second. So if they're going first, then if you've got a 0 you can play, I guess it's fine.
Yeah,
and it feels greedy.
If they're going second, then it's like
feels incredibly greedy if you're going second.
Yeah, I mean if you're going second and you hold the Ricky, maybe
you can't cast it. So
I guess that's true. We're back after skipping the rest of the player announcements, or most of them, presumably, and we're still looking at the same game state here. If you might recall, it's that the game hasn't started yet. And here we go. Fist bump, Elysion versus Will. It's Bunny Girl Senpai versus NIKKE.
Yeah, so Bunny Girl going first. The aggressive mulligan makes a little more sense. He only needs to have 1-0 to kind of bridge the gap.
I think it was the Ricky. Or no. It was either the Ricky or a second Futaba. Either way.
All right, so he attacks. Yeah, so we lost another Kaide, which is kind of annoying. You really want to have Kaide on board before level 1, if you can.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I mean, what's the value before level 1?
You just want to... Sculpting a Kaide feels kind of awkward. You need a certain amount of characters on board to perform your combo to begin with. So putting characters in the backstage and getting them stranded back there and then stunned later in the game will be really annoying. Yeah. So it's better to have a character back there that you already want to be there. So you see a pass on the Scarlet effect.
Well, yeah. Will did not have any stock. This is real and true. But with taking 2 damage and clocking 1, that's kind of the perfect math for removing the Futaba. And you don't feel too bad about swinging twice here, because that Scarlet that's remaining on the board can clock herself after hitting the waiting room in order to procure some amount of advantage. Check top 2, grab a 1 or lower, I believe, or event. So
yeah, we're gonna resolve a Ricky here, and there is a third Kaide.
Brainstorming unimportant. We'll get there later. It'll just happen later.
Just gonna go ahead and grab the 1 combo. It's pretty bog standard Weiß Schwarz play.
Yep.
The comeback trigger on the NIKKE side brought back Modernia, So I think it's probably safe to assume he's holding the comeback climax already.
I mean, it's not that there's
or a climax, we'll say, because he has the climax swapper on board.
Sure, but not for nothing. There's also no there's not really a great salvage target otherwise.
True.
It's not much in that waiting room. There's an Alice, a Biscuit, and a level 1 anti-change counter at the time of the comeback resolution. So kind of quiet stuff, all things considered, with Elysion sitting at 0-6, being like, all right, well.
So he only has one copy of that that sends to memory to look at 2 and add 1.
Right.
So he's going to go ahead and attack with it.
That kind of feels like that has to inform, like at least double combo in hand, maybe triple, right? Because, I don't know, having that as a one of and then using it as a third attacker here feels a little...
It's aggressive.
It's a little aggressive. And you're kind of anticipating hitting Will to 1 here, so there's no real pretending that you expect the Futaba to live, I don't think.
All right, so...
Decent block here from Will, or just, or I believe it was a double.
It was a...
Oh, no. He started at 0-3, so yeah.
He
decent
took
block
2
here.
and blocked 1.
Deciding what to clock from that Scarlet effect, it's going to be the memory counter, because it could be any blue character. In particular, picking up the Rappy.
Yep.
Trying to set up our decent bounce back hand here, clocking a Sin, hoping for that to be available on the level 2 turn with standbys left in the board. Gonna go ahead and pay out the comeback with the Scarlet here. Digs all 6.
This play is a little bit strange. Why would you not get the Red Hood if you wanted to pay out? That's the Red Hood Brainstorm he decided not to pick up. So that's a bit weird.
Yeah, now out, I believe it's going to be at least 3.
It's I'm pretty sure it's 5.
And also, not for nothing,
he's apparently holding the Brainstorm as well.
Was holding the Brainstorm with 2 Rappies in the hand. It's, it's kind of odd to immediately clock out first the comeback. Oh no, especially if you have maybe no climax,
it's no combo.
Mm-hmm. No combo. But even so, I mean, if you have a climax, these Rappies are bouncing back. You could very easily field whatever Scarlet you were going to field, and then field, Rappy and Modernia in the back row, like we see here, and Brainstorm. But I don't know.
He knew this would hit, but he's also out 6 now.
I don't know that the second Brainstorm was super necessary.
He's getting a drop salvage.
You have the Delta here. Maybe he's holding 2 or 3. Our Omniscience is not as good from this angle, unfortunately.
We're going to have to see how it goes. This makes that clock play look even more strange because now he's stranded a climax outside of his deck, probably through the refresh.
Yeah, because you could have, even if you were committing to doing both the check 6 and the Brainstorm, with 2 Scarlets in the hand, you guaranteed...
And holding a standby climax.
You were guaranteed able to field enough cards to draw ditch with Rappy, then Brainstorm, and then resolve the Scarlet as like your third attacker. But yeah, like we say now, we're going to be missing that comeback on the fresh deck, which is a little unfortunate.
So this board is going to get reversed during the Bunny Girl Senpai turn. It's 2 zeros. Even though he put down a support character for it, that's the 2/2 support. It's not going to matter because the power lines are so weak. NIKKE player triggers 2 level 3s in a row, which helps. There's another standby. I believe he has no climaxes remaining now.
Yeah.
So whatever damage is left is just going to be all damage. He doesn't have any level 2s to put down on the board, so he puts down Modernia.
Which within itself is also going to be answered.
Bunny Girl player takes all the damage.
It's a bloody game. We're here to hit face and take damage to the clock.
I'm not yeah.
Is that clock impression for Will? I'm not even I do not think that it is.
It doesn't. I don't believe so. When he was searching earlier, it looked like there were too many cards.
Yeah. So now we have
this
an
turn is now
turn,
strange for the Bunny Girl player because he didn't block. So his deck is probably pretty climax dense, and I'm fairly certain that unless he has waiting room access via the helmet, he can't get to Kaide. So unless he's holding his 4th Kaide, maybe that is happening. But with the way that he's kind of approaching the turn, I'm thinking he doesn't have it. And that's going to be real troublesome because comeback triggers seem likely this turn.
Yeah, here's triple, I think, coming in hot. I think I saw that in the hand just now. We have the bomb.
He maybe
the
deciding...
My Bomb for memory and on rev.
Search.
Yeah, on rev, pay, send a memory, search for a character.
You got to make sure and time your attacks correctly here because if that leaves the board, it could disable your level 1 combo. This is not enough characters to do the level 1 combo.
Wait, really? Is it not a 2 or more? Is it? You're looking at it. Does it say 2 or more? Other
2
characters?
or more. I thought it was. Why did I think it was 3 or more? Okay.
No, you're thinking of GGO. You're getting traumatized.
Right.
Although to be fair, he definitely is supposed to not swing with the bomb first, because that would turn off the combo. So
he loses 2 comebacks and then triggers another one.
Hey, that one's in the right order, so that one gets paid out.
He gets Kaide.
Will blocked. There was a climax left.
Interesting. Okay. I must have miscounted.
It won't matter.
He's leveling up.
But also, like...
Now we're going to get the resolution of the My effect. I assume he's going to search for something for a memory piece for the mid game. Maybe the 2-1.
Yeah. Discard's a climax here for that My effect as well.
So that's like 4 climaxes this turn.
So...
Okay, he gets Stakuda.
Yep. So now Will is sitting at effectively 2-1 walking, 2-2 walking, if you assume he clocks. There's been no 1 combo. The standby triggers for not. That one's going to stay out. And so we have... I mean, it's got to be 6 or 7 going back. We don't have the omniscience from this angle, but I'm not sure if there is 1 more climax left in Will's hand. On the other side, Elysion's kind of hoping that he left the blocks at a good place.
He should have a couple blocks, but it may be difficult to retain clock compression.
Yeah, I mean, what 1 hit through, right, is lost clock compression, so... Hey, shuffle that deck like a little bit forward, why don't you? All right, 1, 2, 3... Oops. Did you catch the rest of the climaxes, or did that battery alert just kill us?
I believe it's 7.
All right. So we're just missing the one that's in the stock right now.
Now what the NIKKE player wants to have happen here is we need an Alice to the board, and then we need some cancels. Penalty is clean, draws a second card.
I mean, I think I see an Alice in that hand. We're seeing like just barely the top of it. We at least get that Modernia that we saved. and that other one that we just drew into, so that's cool. I think I see the comeback in hand, which means that we get to salvage whatever we ditched just now. Never mind, it's a standby. So we get nothing.
I mean, if you pitch a 3 here,
I guess. No, decides to discard the standby. Yeah, and he leveled before the deck out, as kind of expected. That also means that Sin wasn't able to go. That he'd clock earlier.
Right.
What?
He's holding a Modernia 3, so it's interesting.
Gets to see the future. We see there's a block on top of Elysion's deck. Not sure that there's many more.
Right.
Plays a noise.
It pays out the climax, which is good. I guess he's probably low on other payouts.
Yeah, maybe doesn't have the Alice. Does commit to paying for anti-event.
Good in this matchup.
Honestly, not bad.
The timing of it is quite good, actually.
I don't know that Elysion was going to go to 6 comebacks left in the waiting room at that point, but
sometimes you just want to play the event.
Yeah.
Because your hand stinks.
I suppose that's true. So
cancel. Weird to attack into the open lane like that.
When we know that there's a cancel, maybe Will's expecting other cancels.
He just wants to level him, I think.
See a comeback and a bounce card here on the top.
He checks into the soul trigger instead, so this is... Or, I'm sorry, he's resolving the combo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's still going to check into it, right?
Yeah.
Or check into something.
Okay. He's
triggers
just
another
triggering everything.
Comeback anyways. Yeah. We are now out 5 minimum. Yeah. Elysion gets his worst outcome, and that... Haha, we actually milled out all the blocks. There were no blocks left. We have to level a Stalkata. So, I mean, I feel like if Elysion has a climax, he kind of gets to win the game.
This is kind of a peak frustration moment for the NIKKE deck, where what you need to have happen is the game has to kind of slow down in the mid game so you can catch up. But what's absolutely not going to happen is
that thing you just said. Yeah, no.
All of your climaxes being on top of your deck just stinks in general.
Yeah, kind of no way to mitigate for the most part.
I will say he checked with Roppy and had a clean trigger and then checked a second card. Maybe it's better to not check 2 cards there. I don't know. If you see the triggers clean, maybe you
does Roppy not force to discard? Can double check here. No, it's choose 1 to leave on top. Yeah, so you can leave it if it's clean on top.
Yeah, I was pretty sure you could just check 1 there, but
I mean, it was the 2-1 there.
Yep.
So what would have happened was he would have left it, stocked it, and then triggered that gate, and then comeback, then trigger a second comeback from the next character.
Yeah, I guess there's no way around it because of the nature of the Modernia combo.
So
we're going to get massive stock infusion here from the Bunny Girl player.
You know what? I don't think Elysion has a climax. I think he's just swinging, which is actually kind of the best outcome here for Will. I'm pretty sure if Elysion had a climax and like any way to push any extra soul at all whatsoever,
this is a really good turn.
He kind of just wins.
Yeah, 1. And he cancels. Okay.
Okay. Hear me out though. There should be a delta in that hand still. For salvaging something after milling something. Big if maybe.
What would be good is drawing a brainstorm and brainstorming with your entire board. The thing is that he's getting a gift here from Elysion because Elysion isn't attacking his board. His entire front row is going to live.
Does that my twin drive not just...
It's 5/5.
Oh, yeah. It does not remove a Modernia.
It does not. So
you can kind of get away with it here a little bit.
Okay.
Nice empty comeback.
Mm-hmm. See, this is what happens when you have Kaide, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
You can't scry that stuff. And so now...
Gets exactly 1 soul trigger.
Okay, well, I think you take those if they're offered to you. So...
I mean, Elysion has a pretty good stock setup.
He does.
But, I mean...
Hand has to be pretty weak at this point. You
are alive as Will, which is better than you really ought to be, all things considered.
If you don't have the brainstorm, a brainstorm, and really the yellow one in particular, you must clock here.
He doesn't. There goes the event. What do we draw?
Okay.
We have an Alice.
That pays out your 6th climax. And we can heal the hand. We heal the event to hand.
And we discard the biscuit. Then we have another Alice coming down. Meaning that we now no longer can brainstorm twice.
I think he's going to grab Scarlet and play it.
You think? I mean, he has grabbed Scarlet. That is a thing that has happened.
I would play it if I were him.
You would play it?
Your deck has 2 climaxes in it. You can't leave it this way.
Okay, but what if he does? I mean, at that point, you're gambling on 2 blocks, right? I mean,
he's gonna look
respectfully. C2 clean.
2 hit. All right.
Okay.
I don't know.
Rosanna value.
He's just going in.
Just don't trigger climax.
3.
Here's the thing. Elysion really... I don't think... Okay, Elysion's hand probably isn't the best.
No.
But...
It's horrible.
I mean, he's got Kaide. He even gets to... He gets to stay at 2 here. Like, he's kind of in an okay position. He's 3 out.
A lot depends on your hand at this point. You have a finisher now in your clock. So getting access to it is going to require you to be 3.
Yeah.
We're out 4. So
3?
No, 3 in the drop, 1 in the stock.
Oh, he didn't pay it out.
He paid out with the twin drive. You're right. Yeah. So 3. Really need Kaide.
I mean, he has Kaide. He salvaged it last turn. It's more so we need Kaide to hit something.
Probably will.
Anything.
Yeah.
Okay? That's something. And it also definitionally meets the definition for anything. We're out 4. 4 left? 3 left? He could have drawn 1 to hand. Signed the Brainstormer, which I'm not sure...
That's a healer.
Sorry. He has a healer, which I'm not sure he has the hand to field. This is a 4 or more early play healer.
I guess he does.
Second Kaide really strong. Okay.
If this hits, we're in really good shape.
And now we're in really good shape. Okay. So we can
we have
chill.
We have 2 memory cards to go. So this is going to be... He must have the event. He's counting to see how many doors he has left before he can cast it and get the refresh.
Yeah. And also missing out on... what is it? The noise timing from Will, just 1 turn off. Sometimes unlucky.
Sort of, yeah. Hard to tell if it was off or not, whether he was already holding it and wanted to use it for hand size or not.
It's probably more likely that, especially with the stock setup that you have, that it's kind of nice to be able to set it off for the refresh as well. This is the 2-1 event that's currently in Elysion's clock. Lets you discard to salvage 2 Mize and pay an extra 1 if you have 6 or more comebacks in the waiting room to refresh. I think he's currently out 5. So we're 1 more to go for that condition. Big if we can make it there. Big if you actually want to make it there. Feels
this
like
is kind of
we're eyeing up the last brainstorm target here. He's got the 1, but
this is kind of an awkward game state.
He's going for
third Kaide. I mean,
gets the 6th and 7th climax.
Yeah, okay. So now we can get the Stakuta. Now we can get the extra memory pieces we need.
Or just 2 Stakutas.
Or he's already holding them.
Either way.
He needs 2 memory cards, which is likely to be the 2-1 and the event. So he's probably going to play both Stakutas here, then play the event, then play the 2-1. Once in the fresh deck, so he can search for his finisher.
All right. Here's Stakuta 1. When's the heal come down? Could be now, could be later.
Yeah, it almost doesn't matter. Okay, yep, there's the event.
Yep. Keep the full stock.
Well, I wonder if he has Futaba in hand, because he's going to do a draw discard after the event is complete, and he can use that to put a Futaba in the waiting room and then charge up with his other Stakuta.
He's eyeing 2 Mai's that are not the finisher, so...
Yeah, that's interesting. He's adding...
It might just not be in the waiting room.
Maybe he is already holding one of them.
Yep.
It is, in fact, not in the waiting room.
Cool.
He's going to go ahead and refresh.
All right. 2 of the Futabas are going back into the deck as well.
Yeah, by not adding a memory card, he's kind of tipping his hand that he already is holding either the 2-1.
I mean, he technically added the yellow card's a memory card.
It isn't. It's
Isn't
the
No,
Cosmo for climaxes.
There's a different yellow Mai.
Yes.
That is also a memory card.
Yes.
True.
That's the promo Cosmo.
Got it.
So he doesn't have the finishing climax, is kind of the undertone of that pickup. It's one of the few climax getting mechanics that's in Bunny Girl Senpai.
Here goes the draw ditch.
Okay, he must have drawn the climax. So now he doesn't need that card anymore.
Yeah.
So we're going to heal. He's keeping track of his Futabas really well.
Immediately puts a climax there.
That's what happens when you play this set. I don't know what to tell you. That's just it's almost by law that card is a climax.
Oh, is that so?
If you play Bunny Girl Senpai quite a bit, you'll see that interaction more than you like.
Well, here comes...
He puts down the twin driver.
Yeah, this is what appears to be some form of a payout option, for sure.
Yeah, he must not want to do the last memory piece yet.
Yep. Or doesn't have it.
Or maybe, yeah. He knows Will is out many climaxes.
6 visible.
He's slamming.
Here comes the climax. Does not pay out the climax at all. Actually, it's so that he can pay out this one that he just triggered. You know, it's the Giga Brain plays like this that I can't predict. That's why I'm not going to Worlds.
That's the level 3 combo he just slammed.
And I think he just triggered another copy of it. So now he's looking for the payout.
Okay.
No, that's the 1 combo. Here's the level 3 combo.
Oh, goodness.
Did Elysion just now lose the game? So we thought a second ago that Will might have just lost the whole game, but it's actually seeming really likely that Elysion just lost the whole game.
He's scrying frantically with both Kaides for both of the comeback triggers, and now he's explaining to his opponent how that is behaving.
Wow. I mean, how many... So he's out 5. He's out at least 5. There's a memory counter here.
Wait.
Right, because of the power.
Wait.
Because of the power. He wants to not lose the Alice.
But... Oh.
At 4 stock, though?
No.
Why?
You gave him the memory.
What do you mean you gave him the memory? It's optional. It's optional.
Oh, gosh.
Right? Wait, what? No, it's not optional.
No, there is no way that was worth it. Maybe he really wants the empty lane.
I mean, he kind of wants
he's going for the kill shot.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. He wants the empty lane. I mean, he can win. Will can win here.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's out at least 5.
He gave him the
and he played. He's out at least 5. He played the finishing climax. Maybe you can fog that he's got another finishing climax in his hand.
He must.
So
right, but he re-added.
All right. Let's look at Rosanna.
All right.
Rosanna shows clean.
Clean. Okay.
Okay. Maybe this Modernia is the hardest thing that could ever go. Thoughts?
I mean, if there was ever a time.
If there was ever
a biscuit, this is the time.
I don't think we have a biscuit.
Why?
I don't think we have a standby.
He's helmeting.
I don't think he has a standby. Here's my problem.
Okay, he discarded the event.
He discarded the event.
Strange, because I know he's holding a Modernia.
Well, I mean, the
Maybe
finisher.
He has 2 events?
Does the finisher say no event?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, right?
No.
So, no, I see a second event.
Okay, yeah.
We're fogging.
Clearly he's holding 2 events. There's no way he would discard one of them without holding the other, right?
Okay.
Did he get Biscuit?
He did get Biscuit.
Man.
Modernia, Biscuit.
We're going to heal.
Boom. Yeah, get rid of that Modernia. That's not necessary. That one's not necessary anymore.
We're going to heal, right?
It's on attack heal. Discard to heal?
Yeah, we need to promote it to the center stage.
Yeah. That's going to happen.
Okay. Yep.
We have the Alice as well. Alice over the healer, put the card on top, crack the Modernia.
Yep.
Pray to every god.
Yep. That's the strat.
It's actually winnable too. This 2 is free.
Yes.
I don't think he knows the top of his deck.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's 3. If this hits, there's a real chance.
Big damage.
Oh my god, there's a real chance.
All right, we're leveling yellow because we don't care anymore. Now we're gonna stack this.
Stack the healer.
Modernia. No.
Wait.
Modernia. Do not. Modernia.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. How many? No, that deck is so small. I mean, we could just go for it. No. We could just go for Modernia. That has to be like a 7-card deck.
Yeah. That's gonna be Sin.
Can't pay for Sin.
Can't pay for Sin. It's not Sin. Okay, we put it on for the power.
What if it hits?
Oh!
Okay, now. Okay. Now. Modernia. Just ship it. No!
He didn't combo. Or he didn't Icy Tail.
He didn't Icy Tail. It blocks.
Why would he not Icy Tail? I don't understand.
I mean, 3 is lethal.
3 is lethal, but you know there are climaxes in there.
You also, you don't, does he, I don't think he knows for a rock solid fact that he's not going to trigger for 4, too.
Yeah, that was so strange. I don't think I want to rely on defensiveness at this stage of the game because I'm already at 3-2 and about to be 3-3.
I mean,
Brainstorm hits.
The
Modernia.
Hold on,
Modernia would have hit.
Well, it would have hit, but also importantly, it makes the salvaging tricky now for the finisher as well.
Right.
So there's 2 climaxes. Now we can see that in this reality, what would have happened is hit 1, take 1, block the swing. But also, more importantly, that makes it so Brainstorm full whiffs.
Right.
So maybe he doesn't have like full finishing from this point.
Correct. Yeah.
But now he definitely does.
Here's the other part of this. He grabbed the bouncer off of that Brainstorm hit.
Oh.
Now he's able to disable your counterplay. Now it doesn't matter that you didn't Icy Tail because your counterplay is going to get disabled. He's going to bounce it. And then he's going to attack into the open lane.
Does he only have 2 cards in hand? Can he Icy Tail?
He only has 2 cards in hand. But
so
I feel like
maybe it was you didn't heal with Biscuit.
Yeah. This is going to get a free salvage. I don't know that there's anything, or I'm sorry, this is a heal, and then we're going to bounce, right? And then we're going to play the 2-1. So here's the other consequence of all this. He didn't have to play the 2-1 if he didn't want to, because he'd already had the memory condition. If he had managed to if he had just managed to sculpt the 2 finishers earlier, he could have saved him another stock. The memory counter, you put the Alice in the backstage for the turn anyway. Like, playing the memory counter to save that card did not matter.
Maybe it's too far of a reach, but also you were out so many climaxes. I don't think it's reasonable to assume that the standby could happen, but not for nothing that memory counter also made it so that he couldn't resolve Sin, which could have been another...
That could have been lethal. With Modernia's Sin, that could be lethal.
Well, no, because I don't think he had a 2-soul character on board, but now it's kind of...
Right, but the thing is, he's close to the refresh.
Man.
3-5, can't clock.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he just eats it here at the end because
it's mine.
Because he doesn't have any climaxes left.
Yeah. Wow.
Man.
What a game.
That was a heck of a game. I think it was winnable.
It was definitely winnable. I mean, you can't analyze those kinds of decisions with foresight, but it's with the knowledge that we have beforehand, right? It's 2 climaxes, and he was able to brainstorm. He was able to...
He couldn't have gotten the bouncer if he had if the Modernia had been used. He could have not have gotten the bouncer.
No. I mean, okay, look. Worst case scenario, I think worst case scenario doesn't matter anyways.
Right.
In the sense of, in the worst case scenario, you mill 4 clean, you hit nothing.
Right.
He guarantees a brainstorm.
Right.
He has all the answers. He wins the game.
Right. But even still, he cannot, with the deck that's there, even if it full whiffs, and he blocks, and he brainstorms, he can't get the bouncer. He can't get the bouncer because the deck's going to refresh. So he has to pick from basically the 2 cards he reveals plus the 2 cards left in the deck. That is not nothing. It also shuffles his other finisher into
Was
the
he
deck.
at 3? I mean, what did he get hit to? I don't believe he got hit to that high of a...
He was at 3-4.
So if it full whiffs...
Even if it full whiffs, the deck is too small to brainstorm into.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, with no, because he didn't brainstorm. Hold on, he didn't icy tail
because he brainstormed during the turn.
Yeah, it was.
He brainstormed.
He
4.
clocked, right?
He clocked. He brainstormed 4, and then he brainstormed 2. So if this is not here,
he hit 1 on the brainstorm.
Right, but it's a salvage brainstorm.
Sure.
So what I'm saying is, if there's only 6 cards to brainstorm with in the deck, that means if you milled 4 of them, regardless of what they were, then he can't.
I mean, let's look at the.
Yeah, he can't brainstorm.
Let's look at the attack here again.
Yeah.
So this is the biscuit. He decides to heal now.
Right.
Which doesn't let you fog for the counterplay and the icy tail anymore. But, assuming he holds this, he goes to 4.
Yeah. This lands.
Yeah, this lands. That's right. So it was 4.
3-4.
It was 4, and then here, with the remaining deck, he has a block on 2. He has a draw. Does he clock? So here's the block on 2.
Just let it play.
Block on 2.
Right.
He has a draw. Does he clock? He's thinking about it. It's definitely worth thinking about.
No
clock.
Brainstorm.
Then it was brainstorm. So it's 7. And then what? Is that like 2?
That's 2.
2 left in the deck? So that's 9. It was 2 and 9.
Yeah, I feel like you got to ship it there because best case scenario.
Best case scenario, you win the whole game.
Right. Best case scenario, you win the whole game. But even if you don't, even if it whiffs all 4, that reduces his deck to 5. He cannot brainstorm into the waiting room he has now because he has to draw.
Yeah.
So best case scenario, he dies. Worst case scenario, he cannot access his waiting room.
Yeah.
That is worth it, in my opinion. I just wouldn't have healed with Biscuit, and I would have threatened him with the rest counter and hoped that I could live the my combo. Because the other thing is that he spends his stock down to nothing. So he has to attack with the random first.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Crazy game.
Crazy game.
Yeah. What a kickoff.
So close. So close. Well, that's going to be it here for us for coverage of round 1 of BCS Philadelphia 25-26 Weiß Schwarz Regional Qualifier. We're going to have, we're going to go to the next round on our part, and we'll see you in the next round.